Howdy, folks. Today we're playing with Monastery Mentor and March of the Machine standards. If you haven't seen this card before, it's a reprint card. This card is a 2 and a white, 3 mana total, 2/2 prowess creature. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with a prowess. So just an absolute menace if it resolves and stays on the field. You can create so many tokens. You can just protect the Monastery Mentor with Spell Pierces, with Make Disappears, with Skrelv, with Protect Negotiators. Basically just protect this Mentor and have a great time with it. It's pretty cool, all that you can do with this deck. And it's non-creature, so it also works with flash non-instant or sorcery, such as Wandering Emperor, or enchantments such as Skrelv's Hive and Wedding Announcement. Really, every card in this deck triggers it except for Skrelv, which is pretty cool. I like that aspect of this deck. You'll probably see a few Monastery Mentor decks. I love the card, so I've been excited to play it. I'm starting off with an Azorius deck, but I also, think it's gonna be really good with Third Path Iconoclast. So I'll probably also play another one of those this week. I'm really excited to see a Jeskai version of this deck as well, and I think you'll probably build a Boros version too if you went a little more aggro heavy. But I feel like at that point you'd probably be better off playing mono red. But really excited to play the Azorius version and the blue-white version, and the Jeskai version later. Yeah. Protect the Monastery Mentor, the host of new spells. The only other new card in this deck is Meeting of the Minds, which is a Convoke spell that draws 2 cards for 4 mana. Obviously, if you have Skrelv's Hive tokens or Wedding Announcement tokens or Monastery Mentor and its tokens on the battlefield, you can just Convoke that up and pay as little as 1 blue mana for it. 1 blue mana, draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. So, pretty good card to have. I don't want the full 4. I don't think in this deck I don't want to just get my hand, stuck with them. If I'm in a place where I can't cast it for cheap, but having 2 of them, I don't think won't get you that far, and it'll let you provide some sort of velocity to your deck just a little bit once you really get rolling. So really excited to try it out. Let's see how it does. Alrighty, we're going first, and yeah, I've got some mentors. I want to see how this goes. Need another white for this Wandering Emperor, but we have the Fateful Absence to kill a creature and Mentor to really start going off. No Skrelv, though. If we had a Skrelv instead of one of these Mentors, I'd be feeling really good. We'll make it work, though. Oh, a perfect draw. Skrelv's Hive. Get the tokens going. Our opponent has some way to remove this. I bet they do it now. Loam Speaker, okay. We do draw the other land. I'm going to get this Mentor down. Now our opponent's going to have to choose between killing our Mentor and playing a big creature, hopefully. Oh, okay. The way to kill the Mentor? They don't. Okay. Pretty happy with that. We're good to go ahead and kill this Scrap Gorger so we can get in at the Luca. I think that's worth it. Slows down their ramp, too. Go combat. Attack the Luca. Play the Otawara. Pass the turn. What do they have going on now? Fable, okay. Certainly not bad. A lot of Wandering Emperors. Yeah. Get in there and see what happens. I think this is a pretty easy read that we have the Wandering Emperor. But our opponent doesn't seem to be reading too much into that.
Anyone who harms
+1 on our might to save it. Kill a Wandering, or the Fable token. Opponent is a little bit light on lands. Discarded 2 Tyrannix Rexes, okay. And another Loam Speaker. Yeah, we would love to draw a counter spell because I feel like we've got this game locked up for the most part otherwise. Yeah, I think if I could exile that Loam Speaker, actually, I feel like I'm gonna do that. Get rid of their ability for them to have a bunch of mana.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Just have them 5 mana, so they can't get to this Tyrannix Rex next turn. Yep, that makes sense. Back with everybody. Playing a Fateful Absence, one of these loam speakers. Okay. Yeah, we're fine with that. Hit one of them again. Limit their ability to ramp. Hit them for a bunch. Pass the turn. And that's GG's. That's the power of the deck. I know opponent didn't have a great draw, but we had a lot of tokens. Alrighty, opponent's gone first. I'll take this. Lead on Sea Chrome Coast to consider. Pass the turn. Next turn we can have the Make Disappear up. Bank Buster. Okay. Good start for our opponent, certainly. I do think I want to consider here, though. Don't want this out of card waste at the moment. Another consider. Alright, pass the turn. Your opponent casts here. I don't think that's worth a counterspell from us. No, we're going to take 4, but I think we have to kind of be judicious on where we apply these counterspells, especially this Make Disappear we only have 1 of right now. I don't want the Otawara either. Another Make Disappear. So the problem with this Monastery Mentor is that they're probably going to just kill it. If they kill it with a cut down, they can untap, play a Shelter, and then the game's almost certainly over. They have to kill it on their turn, at least, then they get to keep up the Make Disappears for big spells after that. If they can't kill it, I think we win the game. And to be honest, this is the only really path I see for us winning this game right now. They didn't have the cut down. They have just a Shelter here or something. I think we can get through it. Shelter's Edict. Okay. Opponent's gonna draw, attack us for 3, sure. That's the turn. I guess, no, I should play the Plains here so I can draw if they don't cast anything. I imagine we're gonna have to counter something with Make Disappear. Probably an Invoke or something here. Take my lumps. They're not going to play anything into it. Okay, well that is bad with the Meeting of the Minds for what I did then. Oh, Liliana? Okay, definitely. Alright. Better to get the tap land out of the way there then. Okay, Wedding Announcement. It's a card. Start doing things. Another Make Disappear up. And Protect the Negotiators up after that. Yep, they've drawn to completion with that Bank Buster. Sorin, yeah, I gotta counter that. Can pay 1 mana, I can't pay the both. Hitting him with the Underdog, I'm down to 7. Sleeper, okay. We have a Protect the Negotiators. Meeting of the Minds that can be convoked. Opponent's pulling priority with the crew, I think, here, but they don't know that. Monastery Mentor. Alright, that's our plan. Yeah, it's Mentor time. Pass the turn. Get a token here. I have to start blocking. This is gonna have to be it. See what they have for my Mentor here. Bank Buster. Okay, I don't think we can counter that here. We might be trying to find removal spells for our Mentor. See what they have. Sheldred's Edict. Yeah, I think we have to counter that. Getting in with a 2/2. We'd be able to block it, though. When it doesn't want to attack, that favors us. think we'll pass. Just let the wedding announcement do its thing and flip. Now we have this Meeting of the Minds we can cast with Convoke. Sheldred. Okay, now I think we have to start convoking. So we'll convoke here. Blue, blue. Start drawing now. And we do have a Make Disappear, which we can cast. So we're gonna do it. Cast with Casualty. Sack a taps 2/2. Choose the Sheldred. I decided to not pay. We have some big creatures here, a lot of big board. I'm excited about what we have going on. And I just pay to make that a 3/3, okay? And they've passed. All right, go to our turn. Rel's Hive. So I'm certain we have enough damage to kill our opponent if we just play everything. But at least it's pretty vulnerable on the back end. So I suppose we're just going to let's go Rel's Hive. So yeah, we can get these each up to 5 power, which would kill our opponent. And this has Death Touch. So I guess we use this now to kill this sleeper. Back with everybody. And use the Meeting of the Minds, depending on how they block. One's probably gonna block with this Bank Buster. Okay, they're gonna crew. But they wanna block. Everything trades with the underdog, or kills the underdog. I'm gonna double block the Mentor. So right now they're taking 2, 4, and then 16. Meeting of the Minds is not exactly lethal, but it's going to do a lot. Going to bring us up to 6, which is going to be able to kill both of those, which is pretty nice. Down to 1. This Rel's Hive and pass. Now we have full control up. Graveyard Trespasser. Okay. Up to 2. Another Trespasser. Now, even if they kill our 2/2, it's probably not going to kill us. They've gone and drawn. Well, actually, they had killed our 2/2, which exactly killed us. Alright, just a bunch of blockers. And they passed. GG's, wow. Fantastic that we won that. I'll take it. Big W's. Alrighty, opponent's going first. I'll keep this. See Chrome Coast. Lets me play Skrelv on turn 1. Skrelv's Hive, and then a million considers. What are my opponents doing? Alright, I'm gonna attack here. Do my Skrelv's Hive. Do the counterspell here? Hopefully not. They do, dang. That's the perks of being on the play. Your syncopate's a lot better. Alright, gotta consider here. This will take a make disappear. Attack my opponent. Doing some damage. Pass the turn. Is it a Union of the Third Path coming? Thirst for Discovery. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, opponent's pulling some good card advantage here. I don't think we can really fight them on the card advantage axis, so I think we have to fight them on the relevant spells axis with the make disappear. Unsaid Revelry. Ugh, the full power of it. Pretty good. Spell Pierce is going to be less and less relevant. It was better than Adakar Waits, though. Meeting of the Minds. Guess I'll keep that. It is card advantage. Pass the turn. Play Meeting of the Minds and Spell Pierce in this turn. See if they want to counter this. Get that out of here. Monastery Swift Spear, okay. We've drawn like every land, but we have a plan at least. Pass the turn. If there's anything from our Skrelv here. Just a farewell we'll be able to counter. One doesn't know our hand is filled with nothing though. For my turn, okay. Wandering Emperor. Pass the turn. Memory Deluge. I don't think we can fight with a card advantage axis. Tough that we can't attack with a Mentor there. We already used all our considers before we had what we needed. Alright, try to cast this Wandering Emperor. Do they want to kill our Mentor in response, or what they're really trying to do? We have them make disappear for that. We want to engage at the end of their turn so we can untap with the Skrell eventually if need be. And okay, they do let it resolve.
Run away. You'll be safer.
They were gonna try to fight about stuff. They should have done it before they let this token resolve. Unless they're just trying to kill a Wandering Emperor? Okay. It's fine.
Guards, to me. Years of training. For this?
Go to my turn. Another plains, sheesh. Okay, just an attack here. Just flooding out. I mean, you can see just how we would have done pretty well if we just hit continue to hit more spells instead of these lands here. Pass the turn. Void Rend. Okay. Protection from blue. Or hexproof from blue. But problem is now they probably have a way to kill it. That's gonna get through and make disappear. Okay. Or just cast something directly into the make disappear. I mean, that works. We would love to find some sort of card advantage here. And yet we cannot. Alright, gotta attack our opponent like this. See if they double block the Mentor or not. Gotta think I have a spell in hand. Yep, so I think that gets us some free damage in. Keeps the Mentor alive. And we just we just have drawn nothing. I mean, we just drawn nothing here, okay. Second Mentor. Probably is gonna eat a counterspell though. It did not. Okay. See what they have here. Dang. Yeah, we feel like we had a chance in this game up until they started really getting us. We started with the multiple spells, and we just didn't draw what we needed. We have, I mean, you can tell. I mean, we're matching lands. We have 23 lands in our deck. We're matching lands with our opponent. They're getting the spells they need. Yeah. Man, sometimes you flat out though. That's the game. It just shows. I feel like we stay competitive with this deck for many turns, just on the back of having Monastery Mentor to help turn out just a little bit of tokens with the little spells we drew. Fairy, okay. He makes the 2/2. It gives us something to kill potentially.
Who's that
Next
handsome
turn.
devil?
For my turn. Dechrome Coast. Okay, kill this. And yeah, at this point, I don't think we can beat what's going on. We needed to be able to kill the Teferi this turn. Clearly, we didn't draw anything that would help us do that. I don't think we can just beat a Resolve Teferi. GG's. Oof. Alrighty, we're going first here, and yeah, I'll keep this. Question is, what's more important, the Skrelv's Hive or the Skrelv itself? And I think I'm gonna get the Skrelv's Hive down, and that's gonna be my important card first. What our opponent does. Queen's Tower. Well, now if we had known we were drawing that, we would have played this differently, but alright, Skrelv's Hive. It's a wedding announcement, probably. Bankbuster. Well, now that they played Bankbuster, I feel like I'm pretty incentivized to play the Mentor, so they have to play something to kill our Mentor instead of drawing with a Bankbuster, unless they have exactly cut down, which they could have. So must kill threat, and if they can't do it here, we're gonna be in trouble. And they should do it before we untap, otherwise we might be able to get another trigger off of it. Lay down arms, okay. Pretty good. Get in for one. They also have a cut down. Okay, let's best smite. Wedding announcement time. I think our opponent plays Wrath with all these targeted removal spells too. They might. Fateful Absence. Not. Start with an attack. Get some damage in. Play another wedding announcement. Might just draw the Bankbuster, sure. We'll pass the turn, draw some cards. Refill our hand, get a Make Disappear to go this Spell Pierce. We can counter some relevant Wraths. Like this would be a Wrath turn. Teferi slows the sunset. I don't know how good that is. I think that's fine. I don't think we really need to counter that.
We here will have all the time.
Can gain some life and whatnot, but not like that scared.
Second here, second there. Who's counting?
Another Skrull's Hive. Trigger. We're definitely attacking with everybody. Question is, they all going at Teferi? I don't think so. We're doing this. Going to damage. Getting the 3 toxic, we need to get lifelink eventually. And passing this turn. Next turn, our creatures are all going to be bigger. Badder. Yep, resolve, that's fine. Meeting of the Minds, NC from Cuss. Okay. See what they do now. Okay, they're going to try to farewell. What it seems like with the Teferi. Untap the lands.
Don't worry. It's only a little mischief.
Counter that with the Spell Pierce. The Wandering Emperor down. Make even more tokens.
I hope you're ready to lose. Keep watch for intruders.
Attack our opponent here, and these with the toxic ones. So we have lethal with toxic next turn.
Only time will tell.
Make another 2/2.
May your blades
Pass a turn. And now we have another Make Disappear if they have land farewell again. Populate, okay. Make Disappear time. Counter goes through, and that's good game. Alrighty, well, pretty good run in there. That's sort of the ideal game plan. You get out your Skrull's Hive early. You protect it with a bunch of these cool spells. Made opponent kill our Monastery Mentor, meant to add less removal for other stuff, and that's GG's. Alright, this looks like the curve. Skrull's Hive into Monastery Mentor. Count me in on this. See what our opponent's up to. Passing the turn. Alright, attack with Skrull's Hive for the Skrull. They would kill it. Consider, okay. To me, that means they don't play Spell Pierce, otherwise. I feel like they would counter that. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a Jeskai version of our deck. Or Jeskai. Based on this, it looks like a Jeskai token deck. Probably see a third path Iconoclast here. Or a Wrath, okay. Yeah, pretty sure that's just their version of our deck. Alright. Pass the turn. Have the Skrull to protect the Mentor. Then we're gonna make Disappear. Yeah. Got Rouse reinforcements in the new set. Now they have Convoke. They can play Meeting of the Minds if they had it. Tap them out. Go to my turn. Get a Might. Protect the Negotiators, huh? Guess we're gonna pass. Not ideal. They would have tried to kill us? No, just a Meeting of the Minds. Pretty good. Could counter this. No, I feel like we should. GG's. Alrighty. Yeah, the privilege of being on the play. If we had a second land there, I think our draw would have gone even smoother, but wow. Cruising. GG's. Okay, my opponent's going first, and I think I can keep this. Turn 1 Skrelv. Windscarred Crag over there. A little light on white mana, but we can make that work. Do I have a remove spell for this Skrelv? Does not look like it. Oh, yeah, we'll attack. Bit of Toxic on him. Could be relevant. And they pass. Alright, Monastery Mentor time. Probably can counter this if I had to get Faithful Mending. Ooh, what are they going to discard? Ooh, yikes. They going to be able to reanimate this turn? Pass the turn. Okay, well, we got to live through this turn, basically, this cycle. Prevent them from reanimating. I think all these tap lands, too. Go to our turn. Let's Skrelv's Hive. Start triggering the Monastery Mentor. Back with the Mentor. Another Faithful Mending, sure. Gaining that life. We have this Spell Pierce and the Protect Negotiators, though. Going for it. A turn. Okay, we have the Spell Pierce, which I think we'd use for an Invoke Justice if they cast it here. Repair and Recharge effect. Yep. Spell Pierce that. Get some Monastery Mentor triggers. Hopefully we can find a Consider or something like that. Make disappear, okay. I mean, this is a slow way of dealing damage to your opponent. We're not drawing anything but counter spells. Tried it again. Yeah, this is gonna be a make disappear this time. Makes even more monks though, and they decide to concede. Yeah, I mean that's the power. Counter spells are really good in this format, and kind of feels like you're playing mono blue sometimes with this deck, but you're doing it with white cards, so it feels a little bit better, right? GG's. I think this is acceptable. We'll keep on the draw. Got the Skrelv going. Lots of wedding announcements. This isn't a fared well deck. The wedding announcements will be pretty good, probably. Do they want to just kill our Skrelv? No. Back with the Skrelv. Might get them to use a removal spell on it. We'll see. Might not know if we're a Thalia deck or where we are yet. Pass the turn. I probably should have played Adakar Wastes there in case I considered into a Spell Pierce or something that they want to cast here. So that is something to note. I should have sequenced that land better. Because I think I would have maybe countered the Celestis if given the choice. Keep that Monastery Mentor though. Alright, Mentor time. Pass the turn. Ralph can protect the Mentor. Do they have Wraths? That's the big question. Depopulate, they do have Wraths. Yep, that's pretty good. Wedding announcements, see Chrome Coast, pass. Gonna dump a bunch of these wedding announcements down. Hope it's good enough. You need Wraths against our deck, so opponent's in a good spot. I think they're the type of deck that they would want to see our deck. Like, they're, certainly I think pretty reasonably happy seeing this matchup. We probably aren't as happy seeing this matchup, but they did soul partition our wedding announcement. Okay. I think we're fine to just recast that. It's our most mana efficient play, and then we can cast 2 Wedding Announcements next turn. To me, that feels like they don't have Farewell in their deck. Certainly not in their hand, if that's what they're doing. What a Waran. Alright, double Wedding Announcement. Hero's Downfall on our 1/1. Considering that we have a lot more 1/1s coming, that doesn't seem like the best use of that card. And to populate in their Gix deck, not really sure what's going on. Bank Buster. Sure, that's what they want. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw. Okay. Caves and pass, maybe? I'd probably chump block if they just attacked here. Protect the negotiators. Good draw cards, but I think I want the Wedding Announcement tokens. I'm just gonna attack here. Pass a turn, get some more tokens. Especially since I have the Protect the Negotiators here that could counter a Depopulate. I also have a Wandering Emperor to kill the Gix. Blade Coil Serpent. Yeah, I think I have to counter that. Pass a turn. Sure. Wedding Announcement. Okay. Drawing them all is probably not bad. They're gonna draw instead of crewing and drawing. Because now they're opening themselves up to a Wandering Emperor play, but instead of blocking with a Bank Buster.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water.
Unless they like are indifferent
Show them
against
how we greet our enemies.
a Wrath. Since they have a Wrath. Possible. I'm gonna draw 3 cards though. Meeting of the Minds, Consider, Protect the Negotiators. Don't need the Wrath this turn, obviously. It's pretty obvious. If they do have the Wrath, I think they can definitely come back into this game. Didn't concede yet, so I imagine they... Ooh. No Wrath, okay. Now the 4/4. And one of the Wedding Festivities have already gone off. You can Wonder Emperors for sure as well. And they take a lethal amount of damage though. GG's, good game. Wow, very, very impressive stuff with this deck. I super hyped about this type of archetype, and let's go talk about it in the wrap up. And we're back here with the Mentor Tokens deck, and honestly, I love the deck. I love everything about it. It performed perfectly. I do want to say, I felt like in all but one game, we drew pretty well. And so whenever you're testing a new brew and you only play 7 to 10 games, and draw really well while you play it, it's probably gives you would overhype the deck. So I'm gonna try not to do that here, but the deck really is powerful. Ralph's Hive I think is pretty good. We didn't play too much mono red, but I think that would be a weak point for this deck. Although you do have Spell Pierces to get rid of some stuff, and wedding announcements to help block, and Wandering Emperor can gain you some life and whatnot. Like, you have some tools, but I gotta imagine you're a pretty heavy underdog in that matchup against a lot of other stuff, man. Counter spells are pretty good. Spell Pierce, it's in a lot of decks. It's a lot of non-creature spells running out there. Protect the Negotiators can counter just about anything, it feels like, after you have some wedding announcements going off, and Skrell's Hive and Monastery Mentor. Does a lot. Make Disappear can make them have to pay 4, or it gets countered if they do it while you have some creatures up. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat, to be honest. I like what the deck offers. You'd have a couple distinct threats. Those threats are Skrell's Hive, Wedding Announcement, Monastery Mentor, Wandering Emperor, and the rest of your deck is built around protecting them. And it does a good job at it. I would recommend playing this deck. If you guys have some of the cards, you probably already have Wandering Emperor. It's been around, it's been a staple of format for a while. But same with Wedding Announcement. Considers, Make Disappear, all that is cheap. The only real addition is the 4 Mythic Monastery Mentor, which that's certainly a tax on your wild card. So I'm not gonna say, hey, this card is the best card in the format or anything. You need to go get it. That's certainly not the case. There are a lot of cards in this format better than Monastery Mentor. But it's pretty cool. And if you like this deck, go ahead and craft it. And if you don't really like this deck, well, maybe there's some other more efficient uses of wild cards. I really enjoyed it, though. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. And as always, until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.